Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video. So, the first wave of bans is in. Felidar Guardian? Is that what Felidar that is? Felidar Guardian, the cat, the 1/4 cat. Oath of Nissa and Leyline of Abundance are gone. So, I called the cat and the Leyline. I did not call Oath of Nissa, and I'm surprised that Cruise and Dig both made it through the first wave. But Green apparently had a target on its back. However, we still have this green deck. This green card is still allowed, Oko Thief of Crowns, and that's a powerful card. So all my videos so far have been trying to go busted. Like, how can we break this format? How can we get cards banned? But this one is doing the exact opposite. It's just, how do we squeeze out these decks that are trying to do something insane? So Thoughtseize, I think, is just the most powerful card in the format that's likely to remain in the format. It might just be the most powerful card in the format, even with, like, counting Treasure Cruise. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But Thoughtseize is definitely one of the best cards in this format. One of the default best decks is Phoenix, and we got Oozes to combat the graveyard. We have tons of removal to defeat Thing in the Ice. And we can take over against anyone trying to play slow with all these Planeswalkers. Liliana, Oko, Vraska, Nissa. So this is definitely just a grind them out, beat them down, mid-range control deck. It says control, but I think this feels more mid-range to me. Maxing out on hand disruption. Got a couple counter spells in the board, but we're mostly a tap-out control deck, just trying to make the card that we cast every turn better than the card they cast every turn, and eventually win that way. So, like I said, I've only played the busted combo decks, so I have not played a fair deck like this yet. I have no idea how this is going to look, but I'm pretty excited to try it. Let's get into the matches. Alright, so we won the die roll, we're on the play, and this hand does not contain Thoughtseize or removal, but I'm not sure what a keepable hand looks like. And this has rock solid mana and some good creatures, so I'm going to keep it. Like, there's no Treasure Cruise to mulligan for in this kind of deck. So let's just run this, see what happens. Learning what is a keepable hand is definitely the first step in playing a deck like this, in a format like this. Our opponent's on 5, which means that they are a busted combo deck looking for something specific, or they're just unlucky. We'll find out which one soon. And then post-board, we'll know better what kind of hands we can keep. All right, we didn't get Thoughtseize. That's good news. Oh, we have Thoughtseize, though. I'm going to Thoughtseize first, and I can ooze with mana to eat something next turn, especially against this Maul to 5. Oh my god, they're a rally deck. Scavenging Ooze is going to destroy them. Alright. So I can take the Wayfinder, which is their enabler, and then just stick Ooze and destroy them. Or I could take Rally, which is their payoff. I'll take their payoff, because I don't care about their enabler. I'm just going to cast Ooze and eat their payoffs anyway. Alright, so here comes the Wayfinder. Give me lots of tasty snacks. So we'll have a Voice of Resurgence to eat. I wonder if they'll just concede to the Scavenging Ooze. Like, I don't know if it's as backbreaking as it seems, but maybe it just is. And then we also have Kalitas, which keeps creatures from going into their graveyard. Alright, yeah, they just scooped a Scavenging Ooze. That was nice. Turned out our 2-spell Scavenging Ooze hand was a good one against this deck. Okay, so we probably want Negate, because if we ever get rallied, we're going to die. Rally is an instant, so Dimir Charm does not help me. It counters sorceries. Cruelty is good. It's spot removal that also exiles. Not sure if Noxious Grasp is what we're looking for. It does kill most of the things in their deck, because most of their things are green or white. But I'm not sure if that's the axis we want to battle on. I definitely want all my hand disruption. I like this spot removal. Oko, sure. Oh, Liliana the Last Hope will absolutely destroy this deck. I think I'm going to cut these Nissas, because that's not really the type of game we're looking for. She's kind of a clunker. Tasigur. Fatal Push seems fine. Maybe I don't need Trophy. Cruelty costs one more, but it doesn't ramp them, and it exiles the target. I don't think we're going to need to pressure any Planeswalkers with Questing Beast. I'm going to try it like this. Yeah, it seems like if we can just dance around Scavenging Ooze, we'll get there. Maybe I should have brought in Veil of Summers to protect Ooze, but that doesn't seem great. Alright, easy mulligan there. Oh no, Motobug, that's the same hand. Alright. Alright, two mulligans in, we finally found some lands. I'm going to bottom Fabled Passage and one of these Blooming Marshes. We get to lead on our one of Hissing Quagmire tapped with no pain 2 games in a row. Those are the run goods. And I can hold up Abrupt Decay with... Alright, Voice of Resurgence is kind of a rough one. So I can Thoughtseize them and play Watery Grave tapped. I think that's probably better than just Abrupt Decay with Voice of Resurgence now. Like, I can take 2, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so... I'm going to take this Satyr because they have 2 Aristocrats. And Aristocrat is going to mess with my Abrupt Decay regardless. Just have to remember to cast it on my turn so they don't get a voice trigger. It's been a while since Voice of Resurgence was a playable Magic card, and I'm kind of excited about it. I do like that Pioneer brings back these old favorites. Ooh, Tasigur. Now we have a plan. Alright, so I'm going to just try to get a 4/3 creature into play. Like next turn I can make my land drop, pop it, make Tracker bigger, and that should brick their whole offense. They do get to attack right now, though. And I am not going to fight over it. Uh-oh, they drew another 2-drop or a 4-drop. Oh, that was a good 2-drop. Alright, they're hellbent, though. Let's see what we can do about all this. I'm going to play the untapped land to maximize what I can do this turn. So if I'm going to cast Abrupt Decay, I have to do it now because they'll just get thousands of giant creatures if I don't. I could blow up one of the Aristocrats. So if I target a voice, they either just let it die or they sack it to give something else. Like something's gonna die regardless. Alright. I will target one of the voices. I'm going to have to work my way through them eventually anyway. So let's just see what they value here. Okay, so they just sacked the one that was being targeted. I might have sacked one of the bonus Aristocrat, but clearly they disagree. And rally off the top just destroys us. Oh, okay, they're going deep here. Am I just dead? How does this work? It's been a while since I played against this. So they can sack this to give one of these pro green, but that doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, if they had a rally, I would have lost. 4, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'll take the obvious block and go to 2. That shrinks the elementals, but they can sack 1 to give another. All right, Kalidas is gas. Okay, that diversifies my colors they need to give protection from. It's also a lifelink creature. It also means that anything that goes in the graveyard is great for me. All right, so they have to draw a creature. And then they sack 2 things to give the remaining elemental protection. All right. They got there. Let's see if they find the line. Oh, they're just still ramming. Am I just dead? So they have to sacrifice another creature. Target Cartel Aristocrat. Oh, it gains protection. I thought it was just like anything gains protection. All right, so this block will kill all their elementals. Oh, wait, they can sack the big elemental to give. So they lose lifelink. I might just be dead. I don't think I have a block here now that I'm figuring out how this works. Yeah, pretty sure I'm just dead. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we were a little behind there. Maybe I should have taken Aristocrat. Because that's where all their tricks come from. Alright, I've been convinced to just max out on spot removal. So the Noxious Grasps should come in. So who does that leave being not that great? I think Thought Erasure might suck. Because they went Hellbrent pretty quick there. I'll get these Grasps in. Cruelty seems really good against this deck too. Where do I find the room? Is 3 too many Okos, or is that the right number of Okos? Jace seems really great against this deck. Maybe I will cut 1 Oko, because turning their things into a 3/3, like most of their creatures are 2/2s to start with. I think Cruelty might just be better for 3 mana. Alright, on the play, we have many Fatal Pushes. I'm going to keep. Alright, so they're on 6. I'm going to lead on the tap land. They haven't shown me a 1-drop I'd actually want to kill yet. They have Stitcher Supplier, but I don't want to just... Oh, JK, there's Deathray Shaman. That one's killable. I'm going to save my Fabled Passage in case I need to get Revolt. Deathray Shaman currently isn't doing anything. I'm just going to kill it. Because if they play Voice of Resurgence post-combat, then, yeah, then I would have just taken 1 for no reason. Oh, hello. That's just the best card in my deck. Let's see what they do about this. Oh, I got cruelty also. That's messed up. Okay, so I think I'm going to play tracker, get 2 clues. Oh, I think I'm out of swamps, though. Whatever. Yeah. I am, in fact, out of swamps. That's okay. Shrink one of these things. So I can take an attack for 2 here. Like Liliana can just take 2, whatever. I would like a Thoughtseize to challenge this likely rally that might be coming my way. Alright, that's fine. That's not worth a tracker. Oko, Thief of Crowns. That's a magic card that exists. Alright, so how do I play this turn? Whenever this dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1. So that's one of their payoffs. I could just cruelty that thing, and then it's gone forever. I can mostly clear their board right now. Oh, let's see. I cruelty this. It dies and is exiled. I can plus Liliana on Wayfinder. That's not even good though. I think I want a plus on Voice so I can block Wayfinder. See, I could also... No, if I minus Liliana and hit, then I can't play Tasigur. Yeah, so I'm just going to plus there. If I plus, or if I push this other Voice, then they have a 3/3 with room to grow. Yeah, I'm just going to pass with Tracker up again. I would like to turn that other Voice into an elk and then make it dead. Okay, so that's the same attack again. Kind of really like a land. Uh-oh, alright. Multiple aristocrats have arrived. Alright, so I have multiple removal spells. Oh, I don't have blue mana. I can't cast Oko anyway. None of this matters. Okay, so I'm going to push one of these aristocrats and see what happens. They'll probably sack Wayfinder. Oh, they sacked Voice. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to plus Liliana on Wayfinder. They'll probably sack it in response, and I'll decay in response. Okay. So I'm just forcing them to commit many things here. Maybe I should have decayed Elemental. Whatever, here's Tasigur. Hope I'm not dead. They have 1 card left in their hand. I just hope it's not Rally. I think I am dead if it's Rally. Alright, that's not a Rally. Let's see, do they want a 4/3 or do they want to destroy a clue? Alright, that makes sense. That's also the line I would have taken. These are both headed at Liliana. So she's going to die regardless, so I'm just going to save my creatures. I would really like an untapped blue source. That's not it. Bummer. Alright, so we get another clue here. They are hellbent. They have 2 5/5s. This turn, if they attack with their elementals again, I might double block one of them to start working through those. Let's do this first. Get as much information as we can before we start making decisions. Alright, I could also just take 10, but if they drew rally, I'm dead. I guess if they drew rally, I'm dead anyway. Yeah, I'll just single block so I don't get extra blown out by a removal spell. Jeez, did they draw rally? Oh, Collected Company. Alright, that's also in their deck. Gross. Okay, so should have double blocked. I think we're dead now. I can't imagine coming out of this. Yeah, and that's definitely not it. Okay. Outground by the green combo deck. I imagine I could have played that match better. I didn't play standard during the rally era, so my understanding of the deck is not what it could be, but that was some good exposure. Let's get right into the next one. Okay, so I'm going to keep this hand. We're on the play. This is our first appearance of Jace. Welcome to the deck, dude. I knew you were in here somewhere. I'm going to lead on Fabled Passage because we don't have 4 lands yet. And the other 2 can come into play untapped if I need them to. We just have the Planeswalker parade here. Just Jace into Oko into Vraska. 2, 3, 4. Let's see if it's good enough. Alright, so Fabled Passage is going to fetch Swamp. And then I'm going to play Botanical Sanctum and Jace. Yeah, last game Oko did kind of rot in the hand too. We never found a blue source. So I probably could have fetched better. Alright, so some sort of zoo or humans strategy. Experiment 1 is a powerful creature. But my deck has a lot of removal spells. So let's hope we draw some of them. Here's one if we ever get up to 4. That has regenerate. Vraska does not talk about lack of regeneration. Oh good, a 3rd Oko. That's what I needed. Though trade mode on Oko might be insane in this matchup if we get to plus. I mean, he's going to buy us a ton of time no matter what he does. And it's also an easy loot because we're not going to need 3 of them. We might get to do the Jace trick in this matchup too, where you block, loot, and then Jace leaves play, comes back as a Planeswalker, and it's like a free block, and Jace backflips to safety. Unless they can remove Jace, that's going to come up eventually. So game trail. Let's see, do you have the thing to reveal? Alright, so they have a forest in hand. Is this Burning Tree Emissary? That's probably the best card they could cast here. If they just like... Oh, Bone Crusher Giant. That's a powerful card. I'm not mad about it, because I have the thief himself. I'm going to make a food because their creature is currently a 1/1. I don't want to make it a 3/3. It'll be a 2/2 at least before it attacks again because they have Bone Crusher hanging out in exile there. But Vraska can crush the giant's bones. Oko can continue being stupid. I think, so Oko's likely to take 2 this turn. Then I'll make this an elk. I'll cast Vraska, kill this. We got a plan here. Ooh, Spellbreaker. Okay, so that evolves this. It gets haste. So Oko's at 1. That's fine. My plan remains the same. I'm going to turn this into an elk and kill their 3-drop. The queen has arrived. Bang. Bang. Alright, here we are. Can you get through my 3/3 to kill my planeswalkers in time? And we got Abrupt Decay on lock now. This matchup feels really good. Let's hope it's actually true. Alright, here comes a spell. Is it this spell, or is there a better spell? Oh, JK, no spells. Alright, so after some deliberation, they're just moving into combat. I will block. They're attacking Oko. I'm still going to block. They could have that Gruul +4/+4 trample guy. Yeah. Gore Clan Rampager. That's what I was talking about. That's fine. I'm going to make them have it. I'm glad they attacked Oko because that is the one I have several more copies of. Alright, so I can play this Fabled Passage. Gonna get a forest. Does that make any sense? I have lots of blue. I have more blue than I'll ever need. I have 2 green. I have 2 black. I have a lot more black, man. I'm gonna get black. So I can Abrupt Decay this creature. Black, green, Abrupt Decay. And I can play Oko. Pretty sure I can sack the clue. Yep. Sack the food. So feed the Vraska to draw a card, gain a life. Yeah, and they're just packing it up to the Oko on 6. Nice. Alright, so once again, I think Nissa is a little top heavy for this matchup. We just want lots of removal spells. I don't want Thought Erasure. Like, both of these are more for like mid-range and control decks, and we've just played against 2 aggro decks in a row. So Noxious Grasp seems like it kills every creature in their deck. Assassin's Trophy probably kills everything in their deck too. Everything that's a permanent anyway. Don't think we want Silumgar. Probably want Cruelty. So I gotta cut one more thing if I want all these in. Maybe Jace is the worst card left. Because everything else is just removal. Though Jace does a unique thing compared to all these different removal spells, so maybe I'll just cut the least efficient removal spell, the 3-mana one, and leave in all my powerful planeswalkers. Because if my whole game plan is just casting removal spells forever, that works a lot better when I have a planeswalker ticking away. So I'll leave all my Jaces in. Oh, Snapkeep. I have all my colors, lots of mana, and I have a removal spell on 2, a planeswalker on 3, and an insane creature on 4. Oh, and they just went Mountain Go. I'll take it. Alright, so sequencing these lands. I'm definitely playing one of my shock lands first, but which one? I have this basic swamp, so playing Breeding Pool first gives me access to all my colors. I guess playing Watery Grave first gives me access to blue if I draw Jace, and I can just Fatal Push without taking another fetch, or without taking damage if I draw Fatal Push. Alright, none of that came to pass. Though, it kind of did, because... No, because... Alright, no, I didn't draw the Fatal Push, so it doesn't matter. Alright, I'm going to play the Swamp. Because presumably they're going to play something to crew the Copter. Unfortunately, I can't kill Copter with what I have. But if I kill the creature that they use to crew the Copter, and then I Elk the Copter, then we've got a plan. Ooh, they have two things. At least. Yeah, Smuggler's Copter's a messed up card. Right, we have a bonus Oko now. God, drawing 2 Okos against aggro is so stupid. Scavenging Ooze. Alright, what do? You get bigger. Enters the battlefield or dies if it's bigger. Alright, so this will become a 2/2 right away. I think I'm going to kill the Pelt Collector. Because if I Elk the Ooze, it's a 3/3. If I Elk the Pelt Collector, it's a lot bigger than that. I should have waited for the end step. Now they can loot with a better decision to make. But I was trying to get that F6 value. Alright, F6. Go nuts. I definitely just have to Elk the Copter, though. Because this is the only way that the red-green aggro deck is going to outvalue or outperform the control deck. Ooh, that's interesting. I could also jam Ooze, get ahead of their Ooze. I'm going to take that line. So I can eat their Pelt Collector before they can. My Ooze is bigger than your Ooze now. Their Ooze doesn't have an attack unless they remove my Ooze. Any shock effect would result in a 2-for-1 for me. Like, they would lose their Ooze and their burn spell. If they have, like, Lightning Strike, Ooze, and then eat it in for 6, that would be pretty brutal, but doesn't seem to be the case. Copter's fun because it keeps creatures coming for Ooze. And now that I have a board presence, though, I can Elk this Copter a little more comfortably. I don't think I want to ram Kalitas yet. I guess it depends on what they do here. Alright, Burning Tree Emissary confirmed. Uh-oh. Re-Emissary. And Mutavault. Okay, they're all in. All of their things are in play. Maybe it is definitely time for Kalitas then. Yeah, I didn't want to run Kalitas into just like some removal spell like Roast or whatever, but now that they've gone all in on creatures that get eaten by Kalitas, I will just shove my Kalitas. Unfortunately, I have to take 2 to make that happen. Let's just hope they brick their draw step and Kalitas takes over the game. Sure. All right. I guess I do have Tasigur in my deck, so that might matter a little bit. All right. Fade one draw step. Let's untap with Kalitas, draw a removal spell, and then start the zombie parade. Alright, the 4/4 is attacking with the copter. They did activate it, so they drew a card they didn't want. So I could double block, or I could just go to 7. I'm just going to go to 7, because I can play Oko next turn, make a food, and activate the food all in the same turn. I'm effectively at 10 here. If I Elk the Copter, then they can only attack with Spellbreaker. And they stop drawing extra cards. That's probably good. If I was going to do that, I should have played one of my tapped lands instead of my basic. I did not plan that turn out as well as I should have. But unless they drew a burn spell or a rampager, they can still only attack with Spellbreaker. Basically any point where we draw one of our, like, what is it, like 14 spot removal spells, we win the game immediately because it becomes a 2-for-1 because we get a zombie out of it. So they have 2 cards in hand. There's plenty of cards that exist in the format that could make us dead here. So if they just attack with everything, animate Mutavault in with everything. All right, that's not the plan. I don't have to do the math because that doesn't appear to be what they're doing. So I could just go to 3 here and hope I'm not dead. They are going face, not Oko. I'm going to do that. I died a Lightning Strike. I died a Gore Clan Rampager. But if they don't have those, I'd rather have my creatures in play. Uh-oh. They took 2. Why would they shock? I'm going to exile their game trail just in case they have anything. I don't know. Probably should have tapped my other land to do that so I can continue representing black. Removal spell. Uh-oh. Not Thoughtseize. Alright, so I'm going to make a food. I could immediately make the food an elk with the other Oko. That's probably good. Keep this one. All right, I'm dead to a lot of stuff here. I just hope that they respect some instant speed removal spell. Because if they just attack all out, I lose. I don't think they can afford... Alright, if they gave that haste, they're definitely just going in. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm dead no matter how I block here. they were dead to any removal spell in my hand. I just didn't have one. So maybe Thoughtseize should just be removal spells. Like, what? Do I care what's in their hand? Probably less than killing things. Destroy target creature with power 2 or less. Alright, I like that. They're probably a Veil of Summer deck too. But I'm just going to load up my removal and go back in there. I'm not going to keep this hand. I would keep it with a green land. Okay, this hand is very good. I'm going to keep it and bottom Jace because I can't cast it. I can play Overgrown Tomb tap since I have 2 1-drops anyway. Collectorino. Alright, so I can passage for an island. Or I could just jam Ooze. Or I could passage for a forest and cast Ooze plus eat something next turn. That's probably better. I'm just going to kill Pelt Collector before they can untap with Veil of Summer up. Just blow me out. Alright, Copter. I'm ready this time. I have multiple instant speed removal spells. That's what was missing last game. Alright, hope I don't get punished by drawing lots of blue cards now that I fetch this forest, but... Ooh, that Thoughtseize. Now, Thoughtseize might actually be good in this spot. I'm gonna do it. It's not getting better. Domri, Anarch of Bolas, jeez. I'm gonna take the Bonecrusher Giant, because that's 2 cards, and then I can decay Domri and kill Pelt Collector or ignore Pelt Collector. Yeah. I'm going to Fatal Push the Chopper when they activate it. Because they're going to play Domri plus Pelt Collector, activate Copter, and then they'll have a land and an unknown in hand against my Scavenging Ooze. Abrupt Decay. Maybe I don't even need to kill Domri. Probably not. Alright, yep, there you are. Plus Belt Collector. Activate Copter. Copter gets pushed. So I guess the alternative is I could decay Copter and save this push for when it's more efficient. Yeah, I like that actually. Like, I'm not even convinced that I care about Domri. Alright, it crewed itself in response. Fancy stuff. Alright, land is my best draw, because then I can eat something. Ooh, that'll be good at some point. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of hang this Ooze out here, see if they want to fight it with Domri, and I can kill their Pelt Collector in response. So they would need, like, a creature to grow the Collector, and then also a Veil of Summer to get out of this. Oh, just actual cast. Okay, so they can just make Rampager fight the Ooze. Yeah, I'm going to kill Pelt Collector, though. Alright, fine. Ooze is dead. You have a 4-4, or a 5-4, geez. Not anymore. That was a good draw. Hopefully they cast something that Liliana can eat. Or at least invalidate. Alright, so I just cast Liliana. They have Copter, which is a huge beating. Because I forgot about Domri's static ability. So I thought Liliana would survive at 1, but she's actually just going to die. I should have minus to get my ooze back. That's probably going to cost me the game. Like having ooze versus not having ooze. Of course, them just drawing all their best cards in a row off the top after I thought seized them didn't help. But I kind of did that too. Yep. Yeah, that sucks. Gonna need some help from the top of the deck now. Jace just gets killed by Domri. This sucks. Okay, I think we lost. Yeah, I chose to ignore the Domri earlier, and maybe that was wrong. They just had so many things that I had to kill, and I haven't been able to get ahead with anything. Oh, they did. Yeah, the extra creature accrues the Copter. Yeah, I'm just getting rammed here. Don't think I have an out either. Because even Kalitas can just, like, lose a fight to Gruul Spellbreaker, and then they attack for lethal. Alright, well, if I have an out, it's her. Does she do anything? I'll just kill this thing. If they have any creature to crew Copter or any burn spell, I lose. And even if they don't have those right away, I just lose on the next turn. Because that was my best draw and it wasn't even good. If their last card in hand is Veil of Summer, then that's just the perfect poetic ending to this misadventure. Oh, they tapped green mana. Is it fake news or is it real news? They said in the chat, thinking sorry. Thinking about what? Like, I am just dead if you have anything. Okay. Had to think about that one for a minute. Great. Yep, just dead. Nice. Took him a minute to figure out that I was just dead. Whatever, man. Next match. So far, I have been unimpressed. That seems like it should have been a good matchup, but it just didn't work out that way. Alright, keeping this. I'm not sure if it's right to Thoughtseize on turn 1 in Pioneer, if I should wait for turn 2, but alright. They have a Thoughtseize of their own, which I would prefer not to get hit by. In Offense of the Foremost, Gideon Blackblade. I'll take their Thoughtseize. Just winning the information war. Their hand does not contain green mana, which is noteworthy. And I have the Fabled Passage to turn on Revolt. see, did they get there? All right. All right. I could play Sanctum now, but I'm going to play the Passage. In case they do draw the green source, I want to make sure I can clear Anafenza, then jam Nissa immediately. All right, so they have Gideon, but not Anafenza. Indestructible, human, gives other things words. Okay, whatever. I don't want to draw a land, so I will fetch now. I'll get the island since I don't have an untapped blue source currently. All right, Nissa attacks, kills Gideon, in fact. Bang. And they're just dead. All right. A thrilling interactive game of Planeswalker warfare. Okay, so Assassin's Trophy seems good. Dragonlord Silumgar seems good. About time that one was playable. They showed me Thoughtseize and Fatal Push, so Veil of Summer might be time for that. Questing Beast pressures Planeswalkers very well. They showed me green and white threats. So what are the worst cards now? That I'm gonna struggle sideboarding with these just fair mid-range decks because they seem to just every card is good. That's kind of the point of decks like this. So Liliana might be bad. I didn't see anything that she actually kills. Trophy. Oh, I'm bringing in another trophy. I shouldn't board out the one I already have. Maybe Thought Erasure is not great. Maybe it is great. Hard to say, but I'm cutting it. They're probably bringing in some Veils of their own. All right, so I got to cut 3 more things here. Maybe I just don't want trophies. So that would mean I have to cut 1 more thing. Everything I saw was cost less than 3 or was white or green. And trophy ramps them, which makes it worse than just Noxious Grasp in that situation. Does Tassiger suck? Maybe Tassiger sucks. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so this hand's kind of weird, but I'm going to keep it. Good chance we're getting Thoughtseized right away. Alright, you get an Abrupt Decay. Let's go. Maybe I should have let on Passage and get a Forest so then I can actually cast a 2-drop. Haha, got him. I no longer have Abrupt Decays. Warden of the First Tree. Oh no, what does this even do? It'll be a 3/3 next turn, and then it'll have Trample and Lifelink on the following turn, and then it gets huge later. Okay, got it. Alright, I can sneak 1 Fabled Passage in here before I have to play this Blooming Marsh. I don't want to let them continue having perfect information. Thoughtseize me again. Yeah! Played around the Thoughtseizes perfectly. Wow, that Thoughtseize took them off leveling up their Warden. I'm into that. Who's your daddy? Alright, now all these Fabled Passages get untapped lands. Can't block because it will be a 3/3. I'm going to exile one of their Thoughtseizes while we're in combat in case they do have a delve spell. Come on, deck. Any removal spell would just... seems like would collapse their hand. Though they are leaving up green. They could have Veil of Summer. I should exile these things now. I don't want to get Tassigered or Gurmagged. Alright, and their hand has at least 3 spells, because they missed their land drop once. They could still play a land they drew this turn. Alright, so they have 4 spells in hand. Do we want to find out what they are? If one of them's Veil of Summer, we're going to get blown here. But if one's a creature, okay. They're missing white. Questing Beast is probably unbeatable. So now we can at least tangle with this Warden. We just have to hope they never draw a white source. That's the plan. We're dead. Instantly just defeated. I guess Noxious Grasp could keep us in this for a turn. Oko. Alright, this exiles target creature with power 3 or greater. That's such a creature. Okay, so... I cast Oko. Now what do I do with it? I can make Siege Rhino a 3/3. I could make this a 3/3, but it already is. It takes 6 mana to do the next thing. Or no, it gains Trample and Lifelink is the next thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so they can't Abzan Charm and attack me for lethal. They have to do one or the other, which I'm sure they'll be happy to do. Like, I think I just block Warden of the First Tree, go to 6, they cast Siege Rhino, I go to 3, and then I gotta hope for a miracle. Or they could just draw some sort of lethal thing right away. Alright, so I'm going to go to 2, unless they waste a bunch of time killing Oko. Alright, that's fine. Personally, I would have put me to 2, because Siege Rhino in hand is lethal. Alright, didn't matter. Alright, so they're a big, juicy, fair Abzan deck. Alright, so Assassin's Trophy, probably worth it, now that we've seen more of their deck. Veil of Summer only hits Thoughtseize, or we saw the Abzan Charm too. Veil does seem really good. Decay seems worse than Trophy now that we've seen Siege Rhino. Silumgar still seems insane. Oko seems great. Do I want the Cruelties? If I bring in Cruelty, what am I taking out? That's the problem. Maybe Questing Beast is actually just not good in this matchup, because we just saw like Gideon game 1 and no other interesting things, but if they're just casting 4 or 5 creatures, then that might not be what I'm interested in. Oh, Cruelty, that means I have to cut something else. Tassiger can go the other Tassiger. Let's see, is there any other card I can live without? I kind of want the Jaces, because if I ever flip a Jace, I'm just in the driver's seat forever. I'll present this deck. I'm not going to keep a one-lander in this matchup. Jeez. This is not going well. I'm going to keep and bottom Jace and one of these decays. I'm going to have to count on these Thoughtseizes to get the job done. They're on 7. We might have just lost already. The way that this matchup works is that they're just going to slam cards until I'm dead, and I'm down 2 cards already. Uh-oh, my secret technology. Good thing we mulled to 5 and have no mana. Raksha Death Dealer. That's a powerful card. There's also Veil of Summer in this hand. But the way they tap their mana, they can't cast Warden and hold up Veil on the same turn. Oh, good. They drew another on-curve threat. Alright, I think this is going to have to take the Veil, or else we just don't get to do anything for the rest of the game. I guess if I cast Oko, I can just start alching up my own things. Alright, so I'll take Warden, and we'll just play through this Veil. Really need a blue source, though. Shit. I'm definitely not casting that. If they get this monstrous before I draw a 3rd land, we're definitely going to lose. Oh, they drew another Warden. Cool. They can level that up immediately. Alright, we're dead. This has not gone well. Alright, we're on the play for round 4. I'm going to keep it. This hand does stuff. I'll play Sanctum because it kind of bluffs that we're a different deck. For whatever value that's worth on turn 1. I don't know. Alright, so they're going to cast Jace. I'm going to decay it, then I'm going to jam Oko and win. Or they're going to cast nothing, then I'll jam Oko and win. Alright, don't negate me. Cool. Not sure what deck would go Island, Island, Oko resolves. Okay. Some sort of blue flash deck. Is this actual merfolk? My goodness. What a delight. Alright, so your Silvergill Adept, Benthic Biomancer. That draws cards. Alright, I'm going to make a food. Play Overgrown Tomb tapped. If they adapt Benthic Biomancer, I'll zap it. And if they don't, I'll just start making Elks. Ooh, Thoughtseize is a nice one. Alright, so if I Thoughtseize... Yeah, I'm going to start there. Two Retorts and a Trickster. I'm going to take the Trickster because they can't retort the only spell in my hand. Alright, you're an Elk. I'm not going to pay 2 life for that. Alright, so right now we have their entire hand and board beat with just this Elk. I'm going to hold the Abrupt Decay, see if they commit some sort of giant attack, hoping to kill Oko. Bang. Nice. Alright, yeah, I'm just going to keep this elk train rolling here. I'm not going to cast a spell into their counters. Oko can trade for one of their merfolk next turn. These are wizards for the retort. Are you a wizard? You're a rogue. Okay. Alright. Dumped one of the retorts. Oh no, I've been tricked. Okay, so either myself or Oko are going to take a big pound here. With the Mutavault, they can clear Oko. They don't know about the other one, though. Alright, they just didn't commit their Mutavaults to the fight. That's interesting. Uh-oh. I'm so fucked. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I can just turn this into an elk and these all die, right? That's how that works. Nice. All right. Fuck. I just clicked that without looking. I'm the worst with Tireless Tracker. So they can counter one spell this turn. So if I cast Oko, then I can also cast Tasigur. Yeah, I think I'd rather bait with Oko. And if they don't take the bait, I'll just turn this food into an elk. Alright. Retort. Tasigur. Alright, so I'm likely to lose Oko this turn, but they have to make a pretty large suicide attack to do that. Oh, this makes something unblockable, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Thas is pretty good. Alright, so if I can kill any of their things... Alright, I'm going to activate Tasker before I cast Thoughtseize. Oh, every single card in my graveyard's insane. That's why. Like, if they can just loop my Thoughtseize back into my hand forever, we're in a pretty bad spot. Alright, so all of my cards in my graveyard collapse their board. That was so sick. Yeah, giving me the one-shot thing's probably the smartest idea. Alright, let's back up Thassa. That's not even good, but I'll take it. Now they get to start scrying. Now it's a race to the finish. Alright. Target creature can't be blocked, targeting itself. Alright, I can take them off Devotion, so that's fine. If they target any other merfolk, I can kill that one to take them off Devotion. Otherwise, I'm just gonna... Alright, so I'm gonna let them attack. Oh no, does that still have a mana cost? I think it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I guess I have to kill this one to take them off devotion. That's kind of annoying, but okay. Alright, so I can't block anyway, so I should be attacking. See, they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can gain 3. Guess I should draw a card in case I draw a removal. I did not draw a removal. Alright. Alright, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm not winning a game where I don't attack. Though they have a lot of draws that can just kill me. They topped a card. That's bad. Oh no. That's extra bad. It's a removal spell that also turns on Thassa. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But they can't make them all unblockable. So, might have a chance. This deck really needs a sweeper. I just keep dying to people going wide on me. Just, 3 matches in a row now. 4, maybe. 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't block them. I think having 3 life is more important than having a permanent I could turn into an elk. Alright, so I'll play the Quagmire. I'm not convinced any of this matters. Oh no, I don't want to activate Tasigur. I do want to activate this clue though. Re-Tasigur. You're not particularly helpful. Yeah, the second Tasigur is always just horrible. Yeah, we're dead. Thassa, powerful magic card from Standards Past. So for the 4th consecutive match now, I've played against a deck full of creatures, which seems like it should be great, but that has not been my experience. Like, my deck is just piled with removal spells, but none of them seem to line up right, or I just like don't get on board well enough, which is pretty ugly. Like what good is your mid-range or control deck, whatever you want to call this, if it can't beat the creature decks? Alright, so Liliana seems great, Tracker's good, Kalita's good. This is probably just the worst card here. Okay, so we have turn 2 Jace, turn 3 Liliana. That's pretty good. There's no Lord of Atlantis in this format. There is also no Spreading Seas in this format. All right, hang something out. Let me actually get you with Liliana, please. All right, I'm not going to block this because they can kill my Jace for free. Ugh. They did not play into Liliana. They might not have played into anything. If they have Wizard's Retort, they're just going to wreck me here. Alright, so I'm going to loot first. Because if I can play, like, Thoughtseize into Liliana on a future turn, that could be pretty big. But if I don't jam this, then they just loot. But if they try to hold up Retort for the rest of the game, then they're it's going to be like Benthic Biomancer, 2/2 Benthic Biomancer versus active Jace Planeswalker. Or they could just do that. Alright. Again, an instant speed removal spell in my hand would completely take the pressure off. But I just don't have one. What are you going to do? Oh no. This deck's pretty good against my deck. Who let this happen? So, I'm just going to jam Oko. Or I could cast Jace. Yeah, JK. I'm going to redeploy Jace. If they want to retort this, that's fine. I have another one. And if their plan is to bounce it again, then I can double spell next turn. Though I'm getting pretty far behind here. Obviously no blocks. Alright, Fatal Push is a playable Magic card. So I could try to push Biomancer. If I play Jace, this has Revolt, but that only matters if they cast Brazen Borrower. I think I'm going to go for Oko because I care a lot more about Liliana resolving than Oko. And they just both resolved. Or this resolved anyway. So they're probably going to jam Borrower here. They did, indeed. I can't kill Borrower. I can target this. They'll probably use Storm Tamer to save it. But I do want to pressure it now while they're tapped low. So if they activate Mutavault, they can threaten lethal on Oko. I think I do want to save Oko with a block here. And loot away this land in response. Yeah, I have this bonus Jace. Having multiple active Planeswalkers is better than 0. Usually in a game of Magic. Alright, it looks like they're F6'd. If this resolves... Boom. Okay, now we're in business. I'm not going to attack. Tidebender Mage, that taps my food. Alright, I will... Let's see which one they go after. Probably Liliana, I'd imagine. Though they're both problems. Oh, they're just committing to killing Oko. Okay. They must have Master of Waves in hand, though Liliana kills that too. Alright, the continued removal of my creature. I understand it's dead. You got me. Alright, so... I could flip Jace now, Fatal Push something. Or I could use it to block and backflip next turn. How many things can I kill? Vraska kills one thing. Liliana blanks another thing. I kind of like all the cards in my hand too. Alright, let's get Vraska into play. And Vraska, destroy this creature, I guess? I'm just targeting things with high devotion. Alright, so they can attack and kill Vraska if they want. Oh wait, if I loot, I just kill everything. Right, that's not even true. What am I talking about? Alright, yeah, I'll keep this. Yeah, for some reason I briefly thought that I could both plus and minus Jace, which obviously is not how cards work. But so they can kill a Planeswalker of their choice here. Showed me Harbinger of Tides. That's a good card. Adept just dies to Liliana, so I'm into that. Let's see. You get to kill Vraska or Jace. Who are you afraid of? Probably Jace. Alright, I stand corrected. Alright, there's the Harbinger. Ooh, Liliana. Alright, kill you. Brick you. I have an instant speed removal spell at the ready. So I'm going to go after Mutavault because that's the one I can't target with my Planeswalkers, though it does not contribute to devotion. So there is some push and pull to that decision. Re-Mutavault, lame. Master, that's just dead. Splat, okay. Bang. Quagmire for the defense. Giggity. Alright, so they can kill Jace and stop Liliana from going ultimate right now. Mutavault's really good. There are a number of cards that exist in this format that are just on a different power level than most of the other cards. And I think that Mutavault is among them. Like, so is Thoughtseize. Like, those are the kind of cards I mean. I don't mean, like, Cruise and Dig and likely ban candidates. I think Quagmire's a 2-2, right? Bummer. If it was a 2-3, I could never lose this game. Come on, become a creature. And trade with Mutavault again for the same reason. Devotion versus is a creature on my turn. Alright, so I think I want to Thoughtseize them. Then I can minus this Liliana, get back Jace. And then plus the other Liliana. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can. Those are all things I can do. Get back Jace. But this Liliana will just die. So I should wait a turn. Just take my beats. Go to 7. And then I can protect Liliana next turn. Alright, and she gets to kill something for free next turn. Alright, that's an easy discard for Jace. Let's see if they sacrificed that to protect it. They did. It's countered. Come on, removal spell. Yes. Okay, so now I can kill one of these. I can kill most of these. I'll flashback Abrupt Decay. And see how they want to make this attack. If Fatal Push and not Abrupt Decay in my hand, I would have cast it on my turn to play around counter spells. Everything at Liliana. All right, did we round the corner? Okay. This is going to be the smallest Harbinger of Tides in history. The -2/1. Okay. It's alright, we drew a removal spell like we're supposed to. Alright, so this is the first time the deck is doing what it's supposed to, of just producing many Planeswalkers and then using removal to protect them. Here's the 4th Jace. Okay. We're both drawing pretty well here. They drew back-to-back flash threats. I drew back-to-back Abrupt Decays. They are going to need a 3rd threat to really start breaking through, though. So I can use this Jace to flashback a spell. Then I can flip the other Jace. Keep this one. Let's see what they've got over there. This will force the action one way or the other. Alright, they had nothing. Continue being small. Alright. Alright, so there's a Deadly Thassa. If they draw a double blue, I'm just dead. How quickly things change. Do any of the spells in my graveyard help me? Yes, I can kill Harbinger at least. And I can rebuy a creature. There are still only Jaces here. Alright, that buys me a little time. They have to get 4 more Devotion into play. They topped their card. It must be some sort of flash threat. Alright, let's get the crowns into play. Make a food. That'll get me out of range. I'm just going to sit on this Jace for a little bit, though. Don't need to cash him in just yet. This is so much closer than it has any reason to be. Like, I'm pretty convinced that this deck just sucks. Uh-oh. Okay, Oko's back in my hand, and they have 3 power in play. 1, 2, 3... Okay, so if they scry a double blue card to the top, I am just dead, even through... Okay, they bottomed. I guess I have one draw to find, like, Fatal Push or Abrupt Decay. Alright, this can kill Liliana. And it will. So I can... I guess I have to take my shot here. Or I could just use this Jace. No, I'm out of spells in the graveyard. Alright. One removal spell. Bummer. I'll keep this one. Alright. Liliana's dead. Drawing Fabled Passage means I can double Oko. There are no spells in my graveyard I want to cast. Alright, so I can just gain 6 as needed. This Thassa's a huge problem, though. If it ever becomes devoted and I survive the turn, I can elk it. Alright, and they're going face. That is the right place. Oh no, I'm out of basics. How did this happen? Oh, did I discard them all with Jace? Awkward. Let's get a little breathing room here. Okay, that was a good draw. Yoink. I guess I shouldn't have minus that if I was going to steal it. But whatever, here we are. Alright, now they're pretty far off Devotion, and I'm holding a removal spell. Alright, I can kill that. I make a food, sack the food, and then Fatal Push. Wow, what happened to my clock? Have I really spent that much time thinking than my opponent? I'm under 5 minutes and they're still at 16. Oh, that sucks so bad. Alright, you get your Brazen Borrower back. Nice draw, and that activates Thassa immediately. Okay, I'm dead. I've seen enough. Yeah, so our deck with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Our deck with 19 spot removal spells in it just lost to 4 creature decks in a row. So that makes me think that maybe this deck is, or at least this configuration of this deck, is not what it needs to be in this format. So that league was really interesting in that we didn't play against anything just broken and horrible. We just played against a bunch of really efficient, aggressive decks. And if that's the way the format's going, then these like 6 Thoughtseize decks with like mid-range and some Planeswalkers might not have what it takes. Really interesting league. Unfortunately, no winning happened, but we learned a lot.